And the Long March to Freedom exhibition in Cape Town is going green as part of a global initiative by the Embassy of Ireland and Tourism Ireland. Every year, iconic landmarks around the world are lit up in green in celebration of St. Patrick's Day. This year, for the very first time in the history of the Global Greening Initiative, 100 life-size bronze sculptures of South African icons such as Nelson Mandela, Olivier Tambo and Walter Sisulu will be illuminated in a green light to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. SABC News reporter Vanessa Pune is there for us. Vanessa, a very good evening to you. Quite iconic, is it? All going to be in green.
Griselda, yes, a very warm good evening to you, and it's just a pity that the sun has not gone down over Table Mountain and Cape Town as yet, but we are really looking forward to that moment when we can actually see this significant exhibition behind us lit up in green, of course, in celebration of St. Patrick's Day. A bit about this exhibition itself, iconic South African and struggle heroes. This exhibition launched in 2019, and 100 notable South Africans, also global icons, are in the fight for freedom and democracy in South Africa, will for the first time be going green as part of this global initiative. I do know, Griselda, I can tell you that this site is one of two in South Africa, the other being Constitution Hill. And at the moment, I can also tell you that South Africa, not alone in going green. I understand that over 600 sites in over 60 countries will be celebrating St. Patrick's Day in this manner by going green. But joining me for more is Ambassador of Ireland to South Africa, Her Excellency Fionnuala Gilseddon. A very warm good afternoon to you, ma'am. Quite disappointing that we're not seeing the green just yet. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you. First and foremostly, the significance of St. Patrick's Day celebrations here in South Africa as well, and of course this iconic site behind us going green in a short while.
You know, we're not able to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in the usual manner, so this is a really lovely opportunity for us to remind everybody that it's St. Patrick's Day and to really underline the connections that Ireland has with countries all around the world, and especially South Africa, because we have many Irish people of Irish descent living here in South Africa. We have over 35,000 Irish citizens living here in South Africa, and many more that share our Irish heritage. So this is really a way of connecting them into the global celebration of St. Patrick's Day.
And of course, the ideals and values of South Africa, and especially here at this site of commitment to democracy and freedom, are also ideals and values shared by your country.
Very much so. I think Ireland's anti-colonial struggle was something that inspired African leaders, and particularly those who struggled against apartheid. And actually today we're also launching an exhibition here at the Long March to Freedom that celebrates the role that the Irish anti-apartheid movement played to help to dismantle the regime here. And of course in that way we celebrate also the role of Kader Asmal, who was an extremely important figure in Ireland in that regard.
I also understand that the second year running now that St. Patrick's Day is celebrated amid the global COVID-19 pandemic. Would people usually have travelled back home for the celebration, and how has that impacted those in the diaspora?
That's a really big issue for us, and one that we thought about a lot. How can we celebrate St. Patrick's Day in a way that gives some comfort to people who perhaps can't travel home this year or can't be with family and loved ones? And so this, in a sense, by lighting an iconic site like this, in a sense it brings Ireland into people's hearts at a time when it's impossible to travel, and it celebrates the connections that we have as human beings and reminds us that solidarity can help us to overcome even the most striking adversity.
So I also know that Table Mountain behind us was also in the past lit up in green, and sites across the world today, really, just to name a few of the big ones.
Yeah, I suppose, Table Mountain is such an iconic South African site, so it was really wonderful to be able to light that site. But other sites that we've lit across the world, Sydney Opera House, the Empire State Building, Victoria Falls, we actually illuminated that in green this year. And then Constitution Hill, the flame of democracy at Constitution Hill, we illuminated in green as well. So those of you looking from Johannesburg will be able to see that. So it's really, again, it brings the world together in a way. It reminds us of our interconnections, and it reminds many people of Irish heritage that home is still there, and after this pandemic is over, everyone will be very welcome to visit.
Thank you so much for your time. Her Excellency Gil Selenby, of course, Ambassador of Ireland to South Africa, just explaining to us the significance of St. Patrick's Day and also this significant exhibition behind us, Going Green, just as soon as the sun sets here in Cape Town.
Vanessa, thank you very much indeed. I'm quite envious that the sun hasn't yet gone down there in Cape Town, and I'm sure you'll get a great glimpse of that green illumination once that indeed does happen. Thanks indeed for joining us on the programme.